Hello everyone, I am Gyan and you are learning computer science with Python for class 11. In this video we are going to learn about Python modules. Python modules. Before we start learning about Python modules, you must have to understand basic concept of functions in Python. We already have used various functions in Python. But here at this point of time, at least you should know that how to create a function by yourself and how to execute it. Okay, so I'm going to create a very basic function and going to call that function for your understanding purpose. So let's start. Go to file, go to new file. Let's write a program here. Suppose that I have to print my new function. Of course, this is not a function. This is just a simple print statement. But consider that I have to print something like this. What is function? I will explain you later. But how to define function? Let's see it. You have to write a word def. After that, a name decided by you. Okay, that means you have to write a proper identifier here. And that will be the name of your function. I am writing here my function. This is my name. This name can be apple, can be ball. Any valid identifier can be a name of a function. The name of the function should be followed by opening and closing a small bracket, that is called a parenthesis. Then give a colon, press enter and type here print, and in the bracket of print you write my new function. Okay. Instead of printing my new function, you can just call my function method. Okay, write the function name followed by the opening and closing small brackets. By writing this, you will call the my function method. See what happens here, the Python ignores the function definitions. This is called the function definition. Execution of Python starts with this statement. Okay, in this statement you are calling the function, and when you call the function, at that time this function will execute and will print whatever it has to print. The function will execute. The print statement is inside the function body, and therefore all the statements written inside the function body will execute and print their output. Okay, so file, save as, let's save as a.py, replace it, run module, and here we are. Now suppose that we don't have to print just one statement, we have to print multiple statements. We have to print say 99 number of statements. Okay, and whenever you call my function, every time all the statements written in the function body are going to execute. So here we have called my function twice, therefore all the statements written in the my function body will execute twice. Okay, and we will end up printing this statement 10 times. Save it, run module, and here is my output. A function in Python is not only for the printing purpose. A function can perform a task given by you. If I write here x comma y, and inside the function body I'm going to write something like this: z is equal to x plus y, and return z. And when I call my function using two values, say 4 and 5, then 4 will be copied in x, 5 will be copied in y, and then 4 and 5 will be added together to get the result 9, and we are going to store the result 9 in Z, and 9 will be returned by this function. It is same as you have given money to someone to buy your pizza, and that person took the money and bought pizza for you. So you have given them two numbers, and this guy added these two numbers and returned the summation to you. But when the guy my function returns summation of 4 and 5 to you, you should have a variable in which you actually have to store the summation. So here you can write another variable, say a is equal to, of course there are multiple things to study in functions, but here we are discussing just basic concepts, not only basic but very basic concepts. Okay, you will learn about functions in more detail in class 12th. So here whatever is returned by the function my function is going to be collected in the variable a, and further when you print the variable a, it is going to print whatever the value is returned by the function my function. So what happened here? You have passed the values 4 and 5 to the function my function. The my function collected the values in the variables x and y. Then my function added the two values and stored the result in the variable z. And finally it is returning z. Whatever is returned by the function my function will be collected in the variable a, and we are printing the variable a. Run module, and here we got 9. Similarly, when we call the same method by using different values, say I am calling the same method by using different values, something like this, then I will get a different output. Here as you got. So this is how function works in Python. Now coming to the concept of modules. What is a module? Module is a Python file. Okay, module is a Python file in which you are going to have various variables and various functions in it. So this is going to be your Python file, say my module.py, and this file is going to have various variables and various functions in it. Okay, say the function name is abc, which prints abc. That means module is just a normal Python file which contains various variables and various functions inside it. Further, when you create your own Python file, then you have to import this module. You need to write here import my module. Okay, in order to access their functions and variables in your Python file, your.py. Okay, your.py. So in order to access the functions and the variables of the Python file mymodule.py, in your module file, you have to import this module whose name is mymodule. And further, you can access their variables by writing mymodule.x, mymodule.x, something like that. Or you can call the function abc by using mymodule.abc. This is how it works. Okay, you have to create a module in which you can accommodate various variables and various functions. Then you have to create a Python file in which you have to import the module mymodule, and after importing a module, you can use its variables and its functions inside your Python file. And this is how it works. So first let's create a module. Okay, first let's create a module and let's use it in your Python program in order to understand it. Let's open a new file, new file, and create your module. Let's write a variable name x whose value is say 98, a variable name y whose value is say 99, and let me define a function whose name is abc. Okay, and this function just print my first module is printing. Let me create one more function here in this module, def addition. In the function addition, I want to pass two variables x comma y, and then write z is equal to x plus y, return z. So this is my module which I have to save. So let's save this file first. Click on file, save as. I want to save it in documents. Let me save it in documents, and let's name it my module.py. Okay, the extension py is present here. So I just have to write here the file name my module. Click on save, and I have saved my file in this directory. Go to the directory documents. Go to the directory documents, and here is my file. Now, if I have saved this file in documents, how I can use this py file in some other document? So first, let's try to use this file in interactive cell. Let's try to import, because it is not going to be imported. So first, let's try to import my module. Okay, I have created a file mymodule.py, which is going to act as my module, saved it in the directory documents. Okay, and I am importing my module here. Will it work? Press enter. No, it does not work. Why? To know the answer why, you need to import. Don't worry about import right now. Okay, you just write import sys. You have to import sys. Okay, and type here sys.path. Press enter. Actually, your Python searches only in these directories. Okay, your Python searches only in these directories for a module. Getting me? So if your module mymodule.py is present in one of these directories, then you will be able to import it without getting any error. But if your module mymodule is not present in one of these directories, then if you try to import it, you will get an error, and that's what you are getting here. So there are two ways of doing it. Either you move this file to any one of this directory, or you add the directory documents in sys.path. There are two ways to do it. So first, let's move this module mymodule.py to one of these directories. Okay, let's move it. This is my mymodule.py. Make a cut, go to C drive, users, Gyan 0, and you have to go in app data. App data, here it is. Actually, this app data directory is a hidden directory. Normally, this directory cannot be viewed in your system. If you want to look at this directory, go to view and go to options, click on change folder and search options, go to view and click here show hidden files, folders and drives. So if you have selected this show hidden files, folders and drives, then only you will be able to see at this directory. Once you are looking at this directory, go to this directory, go to local, go to programs, go to Python, go to Python 39, and you can paste your module here. Okay, you can paste your module at this place. So let me paste my module at this place, mymodule.py. Okay, Again, let's try to import the module my module. import import my module. Press enter. It got imported now because now my module is present in a directory where Python is searching for a given module. Okay. Once you have imported this module, we can play with it. What we can play with it? We can print its variable names. We can call its functions. Okay, so let's print the variable names present in the module my module and then call the functions. Let's write here my module dot x. Press enter, I got 98. Type my module dot y. I got 99. Type my module dot abc. The abc function has been called. Type my module dot. As you can see here, your ideally is suggesting what to call. There are 4 members in that module, X, Y, addition and ABC. It is suggesting which one to select. Here in this case, I am going to select addition and I want to call addition method by using 2 numbers 6 and 7. Press enter and I got error. Okay, there is an error in the code. I have written here z is equal to z plus y, which should be x plus y, and that's what the error was. Again call it, copy, paste. Oh, actually I am changing my module.py in a different directory, in the documents directory. I have to change this file. So right click, open with notepad and write here z is equal to x plus y instead of writing z is equal to z plus y. Cut it and now it will work. My module addition 6,7, paste it here, press enter and okay, now it's working. Whenever you do some updation, it is advisable that reload the module again. Okay, so that means re-import the module again. Now I have changed my module, again imported it and called the addition method and it executes. This is the module. Okay, so you can write a module in which you are going to have various variables, various functions in it, and you will be keep on using that module whenever it is required. This is the use of module. And one more thing, I want to show you that whenever you import a module, it is going to create a directory in the same directory in which your module is present. The directory name is pycache underscore underscore pycache underscore underscore. Okay, go here and as you can see, there is something called mymodule.cpython39.pyc. I am not going to explain it what it is right now, but whenever you create a module and import it in the same directory, one more directory will be created with this name. There is a concept of package or concept of library. First, let's delete this pycache. So after creating a module, you have a concept of package or you have a concept of library. What is a library? A package or a library is a directory. Okay, new folder is just a folder whose name can be any valid identifier name. So I am writing here my pack, means my package. I want to move this my module to the directory my pack. Okay, I moved it to the my pack. Getting it? I'm going to create one more Python file here whose name is underscore underscore init, 2 underscores init, 2 underscores .py. Why to create this file? I am not going to explain it right now, but you have to create this file. Now open it with Notepad and just erase everything from init.py. Save it. The init.py is right now an empty file in your package directory. Let's rename this module as my module 1. Okay, rename this module as my module 1. Copy, paste, and create another module whose name is my module 2. So in a package directory, you can have multiple modules together present in the package directory. Click on my module 2, open with Notepad, and let's change something here. Right here, capital A is equal to say 55, capital B is equal to 66, and let's name it DEF instead of ABC, and right here my second module works. And instead of addition, let's write here multiplication and multiply it. X multiplied by y is equal to z and return z. Let's just write here mul. Why to write such a long name? Write here mul. Okay, save it. Now I have a directory whose name is mypack. This directory is called my package or my library. In my package, I have a special file whose name is __init__.py, which is an empty file right now. I am not going to explain the reason behind this file. You will be learning everything in class 12. Next, I am going to have two modules in this package. My module 1, which is having certain variables and functions, and other module in this package is my module 2, which is having certain variables and functions. And we are going to use all of them. And of course, the package mypack is present in the directory where Python searches for import statement. Okay, so this mypack is present in such a directory. Let's cut it and let's restart Python shell. Write import mypack dot my module 1. Okay, press enter, it got imported. Let's write here dir my module 1, my module 1. I think we have to write full name of my model. Okay, so we have to write dir mypack dot my module 1. Press enter and it says you something about my module. It says that we have a method addition, we have variables x and y, and we have another method abc. So these methods we have in the module my module 1. So we can call these methods like mypack dot my module 1 dot addition. Type the two numbers 6, 7, and here we got a 13. But you may say that I do not want to write this much long name. Okay, writing this much long name every time is not a good approach. So now we are going to import another module from the package mypack, and that module will be imported with a special name. So import mypack.mymodule2 as mm2. Press enter. The other error we have is in my module 2, the function name I have written is def, which you cannot write like this because def is a keyword in Python. So a function name cannot be def. Okay, so I'm going to write here def1. instead of def. Try to import it once again. Copy, paste, enter, it got imported. But instead of writing mypack.mymodule2.mul, you can just write mm2.mul and pass the two variables in it. It says that the module does not have any function, any attribute mul. Why it is saying this? Because in the module, the spelling of mul starts with capital M, and here we are writing a small m. That's why we are getting this error. So write it, copy, paste. So hopefully you are learning from all the mistakes I am showing here. Right here, capital M. These are the common errors people do when they import packages, when they create packages. So you should always aware of such mistakes. So mm2.mul 3,4 and it says 12. Therefore, we have created our own package and we have accommodated various modules in a given package. We can import various modules from given package and we can use them. Let's see some more interesting features. We can import a function or a variable from the module. Up till now, we were importing the complete module, but we can actually import just a function or a variable from a given module. How to do it? You can write something like from mypack.mymodule2 import what? Import say mul. Okay, from mypack.mymodule2 import mul. I have just imported the function mul from mymodule2. As you can see here, in mymodule2, we have two functions and two variables, but I have just imported the function mul, nothing else. And then I can call mul by using various arguments directly. Because the mul itself has been imported. Earlier, we were importing the module, so we had to call the function name by using the module name. But since here the function itself got imported, we need not to call the function by using the module name. If you try to access a variable a from the module mymodule2, it will not work. Okay, because what you have imported is just the function mul, nothing else. Even if you try to access mypack.mymodule2.a, press enter, it will throw an error. It is saying that the name mypack is not defined here. Why? Why? Because you have not imported the module. You have just imported mul. So at this time, the Python interpreter does not know what the hell mypack is. And therefore, it is showing the error. But if you properly import the module mymodule2 from the package mypack by writing the statement import mypack.mymodule2, press enter, and then you try to access the variable a, it will work. mypack.mymodule2.a, then it will work. Okay, so either you can import a particular variable or a function, or you can import a complete module from a package. But in that case, you will have to call all the variables or methods by using the full name of the module. You cannot write a directly here. It will not work. Okay, but if you have imported a, then you can write here a and it will work. So hopefully you are getting all these points. But right now, my package mypack is in a directory where Python searches for its import statement. Just cut it and paste it somewhere. Paste it here. So my pack has been moved to this directory. Let's erase this my module. My pack has been moved to this directory in the documents directory. Let's cut this ideally. Open a new one. And as you can see here, a PyCache also created in the directory mypack. So right now, I cannot import my module 1 by writing import mypack dot my module 1. I cannot do it. Okay, because the my module 1 has been moved somewhere else. Now, as you know, if I import sys and write here sys.path, you know that the Python is searching only in these directories. So how can I include this document directory in this list of directories? How can I do it? In order to do it, you need to execute a command. You need to execute this command. Okay, sys.path.insert 0, part2 mode directory. So here I have to paste the path of documents directory. Let's go to C drive, users, Gyan 0, then go to documents and copy this path. Copy and paste it here. But before you paste something here, be aware that providing double backslash. Otherwise, it will not work. You know that the backslash is a escape character. If you just provide only one backslash, it will try to find a special meaning corresponding to \d. This is not the case here. Therefore, one backslash should be backed with another backslash. And this is what I am writing here. There are two backslashes everywhere. Even in this list, you can see here, instead of using just one backslash, we have two backslashes. So press enter. Now, this directory is a part of sys.path. If you write here sys.path, as you can see, this directory is a part of sys.path. Okay. After doing it, again, if you try to import my module 1, you will be easily able to import my module 1 and you can use it. You can write mypack dot my module 1 dot x and it will work. So this is the concept of module and package. The packages are also called libraries. In the next video, we are going to learn about various ready-made packages available with Python installation. See you in the next video.